after seeing 8 Hellraiser movies ranging from great to not bad to pretty bad, I'm curious to see the one that's considered by many to be the worst. And this is always a good sign. Hellraiser Revelations was released in 2011 and was a rights obligation movie, as Dimension Films had to produce a new movie in order to keep the rights to the franchise. And produce one they did, cause they had a little bit of free time and made this movie in mere weeks. But hey, I'm sure Doug Bradley will still be in the film, right? Oh, no. After being approached about the film, Bradley declined due to how rushed the script and filming schedule was, and that his salary was, in his words, cut down to the price of a fridge. Clive Barker even responded to the film, saying, "This is no child of mine." With a script by special effects artist Gary Tunnicliffe, who had previously done effects on Hell on Earth, Bloodline, Hellseeker, Deader, and Hellworld, the movie was directed by Victor Garcia of Return to House on Haunted Hill. And it's got a made-at-the-last-minute type of plot. A couple college kids open the box, and I'm sure a lot of people die. And the time it took me to say all that, I'm sure is the amount of time it took to make the movie. And that sentence was as long as it took to make the opening credits. Alright, found footage movies were popular when this came out.
The plan is to get your dick wet, alright? Is that okay with you?
And so were douchebag lead characters. They have a lot of time to kill on this trip, so they fill it with references.
This is gonna be an epic journey. My name is Nico Bradley, and this is my best friend Stephen Craven.
Their last names are Craven and Bradley, obviously a reference to John Carpenter and Kane Hodder. Everyone knows this. They're going to Mexico for several days of partying. Ooh, I bet they're gonna get in some trouble, considering they're filming everything. We gotta have video evidence of all this, bro, no matter what happens.
The fucking car, man! It's been jacked! I don't believe this.
Maybe your car just magically turned into a pile of glass. Weirder things have happened in a Hellraiser movie, like this.
Turn the fucking camera off, dude.
Oh yeah, this movie is only 75 minutes long. It's moving at a brisk pace so far. Their car gets jacked, and they find the box and open it. What more story do you need? And one of the great things about Doug Bradley was his ability to rewrite or improvise some Pinhead lines to make them more authentic to the character. In this film...
What? Hey, it's yours. Just get the fuck out of here.
No.
Nico!
This Pinhead just cuts right to the chase and says no. If we move the camera around a lot and not focus on him, we won't be able to tell it isn't Doug Bradley. The movie is often called a found footage movie, even though it's not really. That's just in the first 5 minutes, which tells me a lot of people watched only the first part of it and shut it off. Understandable. It's a year later, and the Craven and Bradley families have come together for dinner. Obviously to celebrate that they don't have to deal with their asshole sons anymore.
Cheers.
Cheers.
See? They seem fine with their missing kids. Though Emma wants to be the buzzkill of the party.
Please what, Dad? What, please forget that I had a brother? Please forget that my boyfriend disappeared with him?
Ugh, when you're an adult like us, you'll realize the simple pleasures of a turkey dinner to forget your disappointing children. Pinhead must have baby monitors in the house since he's still listening. This time around, Pinhead is played by Stephen Smith Collins. It's a terrible film, but I gotta show some love for Chicago actors. Though the editing here is questionable. When it cuts back to their conversation after cutting to Pinhead, some of their guests are randomly gone. Where'd they go? And at least it was nice of Pinhead to mail them the video footage of Nico and Steven to taunt them.
There is no better buzz than a tequila buzz.
That is true.
In all of Mexico.
My god, our parents were right. These guys are idiots. And wait, who is shooting this footage? Is she watching this from these angles too?
Do you speak?
I'm not.
You habloso English.
She doesn't understand a word I'm saying.
Can we just admit there's probably 5,000 reasons these two went missing, and they don't necessarily have to do with Pinhead. Here's how they made the movie so quick: just ramble your lines out and make one of them hold a video camera so we don't have to worry about setting up a shot. And that's when Emma found out her boyfriend was a douche. Although a tragedy happens the next morning. Oh shit, bro, she threw up a Bloody Mary all over the toilet. Wait, bro, wait. Something terrible has happened, so we should get the video camera and record for no reason.
What fucking deleting shit?
We gotta delete that!
Right, we need to show this to our kids someday. And we can finally send our family back a souvenir.
You're right.
Interesting that this is a movie that was always intended to be a Hellraiser film, yet the last 4 Pinhead-spliced sequels put Pinhead into the scenes better than this. Whenever it shows the family here and cuts to Pinhead, it looks like B-roll of the actor just listening to direction from the director and not saying anything. Emma's having the worst night. They didn't even invite her into the lounge for dessert. Seems like as good a time as any to open the box, might as well. Pinhead is just hanging out in the attic anyway. Then the real hell breaks loose.
Guys, it's Steven!
Oh great, it's our idiot kid. Guess you're gonna want dinner or something. Get him over to the couch and pump him with 50 cc's of cheese and wine immediately. You know what would be great? If you somehow combine this with Kirk Cameron Saving Christmas. Yes, Kirk can still do the worm at the party. He just actually has to turn into a worm. When we come back, maybe Pinhead will tidy up the attic a little bit.
So we've provided our account representatives with the skills and equipment they need to take a company's problems and our solutions to them and fit them together into a total communications system. The system is the solution.
They want to ask Steven about where he's been, but they know it will just turn into a long story involving getting so wasted and so laid. Now quick, wrap him up tight. The twist is they're cannibals and want to devour him like a burrito. That is, when the Cenobites are done doing whatever it is they're doing. Start sucking. Better than what's going on in the living room.
Hell, I'll shoot anyone who comes close.
You're drunk, Peter.
So what? So I don't want any accidents happening.
We're tired of you pissing yourself and shitting on the floor. We have other things going on now. This is like watching Pinhead interrupt a soap opera. Just think of the new Pinhead like a twin brother reveal. I'll give it this, it's directed by a makeup artist, so the effects aren't bad in the movie. The dubbing is okay, given Pinhead is dubbed by voice actor Fred Tatasciore. Even through all of this, she still wants to take time out to open the puzzle box. What did you do? Is everyone in our family a moron? The way this is edited, it looks like Cenobites are contractors they hired to build an extension on their garage. They breathe a sigh of relief when Steven is missing again. Whew, I thought we were gonna have to feed him our leftovers. Oh, there's the jackass. Mopey asshole is staring at the pool again.
They're coming. The ones that creepy bastard.
Yeah, the pool is deeper than you. Are you gonna jump in or not? But anyway, back to Very Bad Things, Tijuana edition, where things are getting weirder.
It seems to me you could use a friend right now.
Yeah, okay, nice costume. Halloween was last week. The homeless guy gives them the box. Was the studio also under an obligation to make a Mulholland Drive sequel? He's really saying great things about this box.
What, like sex?
No, it's better than that. It's better than sex.
I'm sure the reality is more of a some old bullshit. But we gotta keep this plot going, even though this is a flashback and we already know where it goes.
How does it work?
You really don't have to do anything. Just rub it and it usually opens on its own. It's quite an easy puzzle box. Now get the camera, bro. We need this for exposition reasons when our parents watch the footage later on. The box is really helping them out. They can put this video on YouTube and the hits will get them enough money to get back home. And thanks for re-showing us the best line in the movie.
Hey, take it. It's yours. Just get the fuck out of here.
No. Nico!
Yes, the soon-to-be classic Pinhead line, no. So anyway, that's the story about when your son banged a girl in the bathroom. She turned up dead and some monsters put hooks in his face. Now let me tell you about the time I hooked up in an alley. I took her back to my place, but I assure you I was thinking about your son the whole time. Also, I killed her because I'm a serial killer now. Her blood brought back your son, though. It's just like Frank from the first one, only if Frank was an obnoxious side character from Porky's Revenge. Okay, that's enough stories. Let's put him back to bed with all the trophies he won for binge drinking. They try something the other movies didn't do. They break out the dictionary.
Cenobite, it says here, a member of a religious group living together in a monastic community.
Oh my god, crazy. We'll get even more information by looking up Pinhead on Wikipedia. It'll explain their terrible flashbacks to this Amsterdam S&M dungeon they visited. Here, we brought you a turkey leg and a side of Miracle Whip, just like you always liked. Add in a couple extra lines of dialogue and you could make this a Thanksgiving movie. But about that box...
What is it? A key.
I'm sure there's no reason you're being this cryptic. See, it wasn't weird enough when she opened it the first time. Let's try it yet again.
You have to desire it.
Also, it gives them orgasms now. Seriously, is this a soap opera? If you're gonna bang my daughter, could you at least do it after we've had the souffle? Sadly, the night gets worse. They're out of turkey legs, so here's a bowl of week-old corn chowder. And thanks for reminding me I should be watching Amityville 2 instead, when he clearly wants to bang his sister as he seductively drinks that chowder. You can tell this family was very close.
I missed you both so much.
Yes, okay, I believe you. She seems more passionate about the box.
I love that thing. It's so cool. When I touch it,
It makes me want to bang my brother. So, okay, he's clearly evil. No one drinks chowder without a straw. And let me wipe that corn off of your face. You can really taste the butter and potatoes. Good God, this scene would be less awkward if Pinhead was watching and pleasured himself by flaying his own dick. See what I mean? When the two make out, it's a step up when he loses his skin in the middle. The parents are very frustrated. They've polished off 3 bottles of scotch, and if anything, they're more confused now.
Is anybody out here?
And they hear raccoons getting into their garbage. Oh, the homeless guy shows back up. See, this is Nico and Steven's fault. They gave that guy some change for the box, and now he's back to ask for more. Only one way to settle this. Damn it, Dad, can you stop escalating things quickly? You just woke me up. Also, it's a slasher movie now about a crazy homeless guy. Judging by how the dude looks, the studio also mandated a sequel to The Fisher King. Quick, get him inside and pour chowder on his face so he'll be cured and Emma will have sex with him. So I guess that guy is dead. I'd mention his character's name, but I don't even remember what his face looked like before, let alone his name. Can you guys keep it down in here? I'm trying to sleep and masturbate to thoughts of my sister. There, maybe now you'll be quiet. Seems like all of this would have gone on regardless of Pinhead. These families were waiting to remake House on the Edge of the Park. I'm starting to think that Steven isn't really Steven. We'll get to the obvious twist after the commercial.
Thursday from New York, Hawaii, Detroit, and Toronto. Join your favorite CBS stars for the 28th annual All-American Thanksgiving Day Parade.
And now the tale continues of seducing and killing hookers like a south-of-the-border brain that wouldn't die. There's only 22 minutes left, and mainly I'm just wondering how many of those minutes will be the end credits. This seems like a 10 minutes worth of slow-crawling credits kind of movie. Unfortunately, he can't kill her because it turns out she has a baby. That's where he draws the line. But Nico needs more flesh because he's starting to stain his new hoodie. I'm sensing a third act breakup between these two.
I've given you the shirt off my back.
Oh, haha, cute joke. I'm gonna kill you and take your flesh for saying dumb lines like that at the wrong time. So yeah, the twist is that Stephen is actually Nico, for as it says in the Bible, Jesus wept and took his face off. Not much to say here. This is all just him taunting them with a shotgun. Oh, and there's more soap opera secrets too.
How about an apology?
For what?
For fucking my mother and ruining both of our families.
Yeah, I have a hole in my chest. I don't care if you talk about my infidelities. In case you don't know Steven is Nico, it flashes back and shows the real Steven dying. Thanks for that. I was so confused. He wants the box back or he's gonna shoot someone else with that pellet gun. They've already opened the box several times, but hey, let's go ahead and do it yet again. Only this time with candles. That'll make it more evil. If I'm being nice again, I guess the box effects are better here than in a few of the other direct-to-video sequels where it looked like cardboard. Finally, they're taken to the land of the Cenobites, where they see their attic for the first time since moving in. But who the Cenobites really want is Nico, since Steven is now among them. And honestly, his Pinhead-style makeup is better than the actual Pinhead in the movie. The gore effects are also a little better than in some of the other direct-to-video sequels too, where there would be some bad CG going on. Don't get me wrong, this is still the worst one. I'm just glad I'm not seeing bad CGI chains flying around all over the place. Still not feeling this Pinhead though.
Compared to the onslaught of agony that awaits at our hands.
Why does he look like he's flirting with them at a costume party? How will they get out of this one? Okay, shooting Nico, sure. This actually bites them in the ass, since their debt would have been paid with Nico, but now they have to be terrorized.
No, please take me.
No.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. It's the last act. He's not supposed to say no. He's supposed to scream, no! Also, they claim the wife's soul, and he will not hear the end of this at next year's Thanksgiving dinner. Until then, I want to see the more interesting movie, the one where she has to explain to authorities how all of this happened. If you get Detective Craig Sheffer, he'll understand. It'd be more understandable than this abrupt ending. Okay, sure. Very nice, ran out of money ending. And in case you're wondering, it's 5 minutes of end credits. So yeah, on the plus side, it was written as a Hellraiser sequel. On the downside, it's definitely the worst one, and the scores clearly show. This is like someone wanted to write off a dinner party, so they just shot a quick Hellraiser movie over a weekend by throwing movies like Hellraiser, The Dinner, and Funny Games into a blender. The gore effects are good, but there's no grit to this movie, as it's shot like you're watching a generic basic cable TV series. Some of the Cenobite scenes are unintentionally funny, and they did way more with Pinhead in the movie scripts that he didn't even start out in. Here it looks like they just filmed Pinhead for a few hours in an empty office at a rented-out studio. But hey, they still got to keep the rights for the franchise, which led to the 10th film, Hellraiser Judgment, made in 2018, also to keep the rights for the franchise, though I hear this one is better. Though I really hope that the running time in that film is also reduced by again having Pinhead give very simple one-word answers.
Fool.